I'm back. Just waiting on my producer to get things in order. Honestly, gets paid a lot. Probably too much, to be honest. Just the shit we gotta deal with.
I get paid a lot?
Huh?
I get paid a lot?
Yeah, dude.
I wish.
You know those dick pics and shit?
Well, I mean, this isn't OnlyFans.
But you haven't been posting those? Don't you get money for those?
I do. But
I sent them to you so that you could pretend to have my dick.
Well, I didn't want my viewers to know that.
All right.
That loses the personal touch that they think they have.
Cut that.
All right, we'll make one.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. Make sure I still. But the OnlyFans is separate money from the podcast, so I try to keep my finances separate.
Yeah.
So I am getting money from your dick pics.
Multiple lines of income.
Exactly.
That's perfect.
Multiple streams of revenue.
Oh, you're really smart, man. You're a lot smarter than people think.
Diversify your assets. I heard that somewhere. I think that's what I'm doing.
That was like a Kanye lyric, wasn't it?
Did he say that?
No, I don't think so. Sounds like something he might say when he's on one of his fucking just rampages.
Yeah,
mental health rampages.
Well, is his current rampage mental health, or is he just into dudes? Do the whole Jeffree Star.
Oh yeah, I was like, who the? All right, so I aged myself when that whole story came to be because I was like, who the fuck is Jeffree Star? And I don't follow like social media celebrities and shit like that. And so I looked it up and I was like, that's a weird looking lady. It kind of looks like Cher with rainbow hair. And then I looked further into it and yeah, it's definitely a dude.
Yeah.
So maybe Kanye's into it. I don't know. I mean, when your mind has been so melted from being a part of the fucking Kardashian family, I mean, maybe it's just like, yeah. I mean, my father-in-law is a chick now, so I guess maybe I like dudes that look like women. I don't know. Who knows?
Hey, maybe he just...
Sorry if that's offensive to any of our...
Who fucking cares?
What are your pronouns? I don't give a shit.
People know why they're here. I mean, I'm not going to hold back any punches. I never have in the past, so... Yeah, they know. Anyway, Jim's with me. Welcome to the Big Mad Podcast. You guys know
what's up,
what
jerks?
It is. Yeah, we back. Another episode with Jim. So I remember you telling me you had a topic you wanted to talk about.
Oh, well, yeah. I just wanted to talk about your trip to D.C. that you took last week. You said you were going there to, like, hang out with some friends and, like, fight the good fight. How did that go well?
Yeah.
You were going to see the sights and, like, all the like, monuments and... Like
So
you specifically were talking about the Congressional building?
Yeah, we actually saw a ton of monuments. I don't know if you saw
awesome.
I got a ton of pictures with them.
No shit.
And it was fun, and we all had a good laugh over it because
Yeah.
I took my hat off and I put it on the statue, and then I put my arm around it.
Fuck
we
yeah.
took pictures. I had this flag over me as a cape.
Really?
I felt like I just won a gold medal in the Olympics.
Holy
Actually, I saw an
shit.
Olympic gold medalist there. He was
Really?
a swimmer.
What?
I'm not making this up.
You really saw an Olympic gold medalist?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was there. He said something about, like, hanging Mike Pence or something. I don't know. Hey, hanging out with Mike Pence, something like that. I don't know.
Man, I always thought Michael Phelps was the coolest because...
Smoked weed.
Yeah, he smoked weed and won all those medals. It's like, yeah, you can do that shit and it'll be awesome. But no, I mean, that guy definitely trumps him. Pun intended.
Really, though, there was an Olympic gold medal swimmer that was
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's arrested.
Wow. Okay. Well,
So-
all right. Well, since the last time we talked, live from the apocalypse.
What?
The country's on fire, basically. Government buildings are being raided. It's super fucking cool. People whose favorite color is camouflage have set white people back like 200 years.
Yeah.
So that's a really cool thing.
Yeah. And
But-
now I'm going to have to suffer from the day of reckoning for white people.
Yeah, well, I mean, you should feel oppressed. White people have had it hard for like a very short period of time.
A very short period of time.
So, but no, man, I couldn't believe all the news that broke last week. I mean, what do we even do from here? All the country is talking about is basically planning for another organized attack on every state's Capitol building, and that's just kind of backdoor news. Like that. Why is that not the forefront, and why is that not being talked about more?
I think, and I'm speculative here,
Mm-hmm.
I think that during Trump's presidency, he's just constantly attacked and attacked and attacked our institutions, the media, people, all of these
Sure.
things. And so as a society, we've become desensitized to this sort of like rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see a headline from ABC today that says Democrats in Congress suspect that their colleagues are going to kill them, and it used the word kill, I'm like, that's in... Our government officials are like conspiring to kill each other.
It's a pretty harsh verb.
Yeah, it is,
It's-
and it's literal, and it's a true like thing they're investigating right now. So, and I was just like, that's a headline I'm reading in my lifetime before I'm 30,
Well, yeah.
and that's insane to me,
Hey, this is America.
dude. We are living. through
Gambino
some...
said it best, and it's almost like he fucking predicted the future. I mean, granted, he was talking about the hundreds of years previous, but it is insane. I feel like the rest of the countries look at us like it's like the real world in like the 90s, how we used to view it's like, you're not going to believe the shit that's going to happen this week. And
Yeah, you got Australians.
we have become, I mean, we've been the laughing stock of the
world.
UN for a long time.
Yeah,
And guess what? We still got bigger guns than them.
I
So,
know, and that's all America has to
Yeah.
hang their hat on.
Speaking of, the NRA is filing bankruptcy. I saw that,
Yeah.
and they're moving to Texas, which
But they're going to
perfect
open up
fit.
as a nonprofit. So I'm sure there's some financial benefit where they can like dodge taxes or it's clever.
Sure.
I don't know the exact business structure and how it benefits them, but it benefits them.
Who cares?
Because they owed like, well, I don't know if they owed, but I saw a stat earlier today that they had poured like $32 million into political campaigns just
$32
for the
million?
November election. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's like a weekly check for Jeff Bezos.
It's like an hourly check.
Yeah, well,
and here I
yeah,
am
it's
excited to get
a lot of money.
600.
Well, shit. Hey, maybe 14.
Maybe 14.
Maybe 1,400.
It'll add up to 2,000 by the time we're all said and done.
I was telling somebody that earlier. I was like, yeah, we might get an extra 1,400. And they're like, oh, I thought it was 2,000. I was like, well, it's 2,000 like combined, like 1,400 plus the 600 we already got. And their response was, oh, well, we're just going to have to pay taxes on it later. And I looked at them and I was like, you're not in that, like, you do understand that you aren't rich, right? Like,
Yeah.
what fantasy world are you living in that you think that you're going to be taxed with the wealthiest people in America?
Also, the stimulus money isn't income.
No.
That's our tax money
Yes.
put in a pool and then given back to us.
Yeah,
it was already taxed when we gave it. Like, that was the tax.
It's the government basically going, hey, thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah.
Like, we know it's not the best all the time, so go buy yourself a pair of Nikes.
We'll give you this little bit of money because we know it'll make you happy,
Mm-hmm.
and then behind the scenes we'll go put $1 billion into the military budget,
Yeah.
just so you don't question the bill.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whatever.
I can go.
If it keeps us safe and everybody's fine, that's whatever. I don't really care.
Hey,
all that government shit, yes, it's important, and I try and follow it as much as I can. But at the end of the day, there's so many goddamn people in this country that I am a simple blip on a fucking... I'm an ant, essentially, and that shit isn't going to affect me personally. I just want everybody to fucking go back to the times where,
Being normal.
yeah, being normal, when racism was just kept inside your own house.
Yeah.
Instead of, like, just blatantly just exposing yourself out in public.
You didn't have to
for
worry about
the
going in.
agenda that you follow or whatever you believe in. It's
Shit,
like,
now if
just-
you're wearing a mask, people are gonna assume that you're liberal,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be really aggressive towards you.
at the end of the day, just shut the fuck up.
Just shut the
Nobody
fuck
cares
up.
about your opinion.
You're not that
Yeah.
important.
We're literally here expressing our opinion, putting it out there. Nobody fucking cares.
No one
we just hope
cares.
that we make some people laugh.
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't
Like-
give a shit. I'm just here for fun, man.
Yeah, it's
We're
a
chilling
great
on a
time.
Friday night. We
Yeah.
made
Cheers,
some
brother.
drinks. Yeah,
Absolutely.
cheers. Yeah,
Hey.
good night. Good drink, by the way. Very well made. I know
Absolutely.
you make a good drink.
It's a Propel, if anybody's wondering. It's a nice little vodka water, splash of cream. It's a really nice drink.
Well, the mixture is perfect.
Oh, that's because your boy used to be a bartender.
I was gonna say,
yeah, I already know what's going on.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know.
I miss
you know.
those days sometimes, man.
Really?
Oh, man, it was so fun.
What was describe to me one of your best nights as a bartender? And okay,
Like,
so let's give
Okay, so best nights meaning like one of the like most successful nights or like one of the weirdest, like funniest things that I'll never forget.
let's start with the latter. Funniest things you
Okay.
won't forget.
Well, one time, all right, two stories. This is one of the first nights I worked. So, for those of you who don't know, I worked at a bar in downtown Peoria, Illinois, and at the time when I had started there, it was owned by a gay person and operated by a gay manager, and the clientele was kind of like 50-50, like gay people, straight people, like young college kids would come there and party. We had like really like cheap drinks and stuff like that, but there still was a big gay crowd, which I got along with all the time. They were super nice and courteous, but every now and again you run into some like creep. This was this instance. I walked up to this guy. I'd never seen him there or anything before, but I was like, hey, can I get you anything? And he goes, I would love if you would come in one of these shot glasses so that I can drink it. And I looked at him and I was like, the fuck? What? And not even like a homophobic thing. That's just a fucking weird request to throw at somebody that you've never met before.
Right.
Like, hey, can you ejaculate into this glass so that I can drink it? Gross. Ew.
I want to drink your sperm.
Yeah. There's no way that you're probably ever going to see this, but if you remember this and it was you, ew. Gross. That's weird. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Another instance, I just got to the bar. Not a whole lot of people there, but there's this dude. He was talking to what looked like a lady. Not an attractive lady, but a lady. Well, I'm like hanging out, prepping the bar, cleaning bottles, getting everything ready and all that. And I go to the bathroom. I come back. I'm the only bartender there at the time. And this guy is like leaning against the bar with his back to me. Mind you, this bar is like 4.5 foot tall. So I can't like see over it really because we had like beer coolers and stuff in front bar. There's a decent gap between me and them. Above them on this little landing, there's a group of 4 people. And they're all like laughing, pointing, giggling. And I looked at them and was like, what the hell is going on? And they were like, look down. So I like jumped up on a beer cooler and I looked over. This not woman is blowing this guy in the middle of the bar. Your reaction was the same as mine. I go, what? So I grabbed one of our soda guns and I like sprayed water on him.
Treat them like dogs, dude.
I was just like, I sprayed him with water.
No, stop
And the dude turned around and he looked at me. He's like, the fuck? And I was like, what? Where in the world would this be acceptable for you to do this?
I like how
and
you're
you're
the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy because I was like, hey, don't suck his dick in a public place.
Yeah. Right in front of everybody.
Yeah,
Wasn't the dance floor right there?
Yeah, there just wasn't any people there. It was literally these two.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was these two, myself, and then, like, this was a bar that's open till 4 a.m., so we wouldn't get busy until, like, 1:30, sometimes not even until, like, 3. Other, like, college bars would close, and then everybody would come down there, and we'd get a rush of people at, like, 2:30, and it was madness, but fucking, you're making 100 drinks in an hour and making all the tips from that. Easy money.
Oh, for
And it's
sure.
fucking fun. Like, when you're young, who gives a shit? It's an awesome time.
Yeah.
We were drinking the whole time and kicking it, partying. As long as our money wasn't fucked up, the owner was like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, all the time. Like gay men would be like, hey, $20, take your shirt off. Okay. Pop that shirt
Say
off.
no more.
$20. 2 minutes later, shirt back on. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
I
don't
got
give
your
a
money.
shit. Yeah. And then cut to, 10 years later, and now every hot girl on the internet just gets paid to be hot and be naked online.
Right, dude?
It's just like, whatever. Like, I was ahead of the game.
Yeah, you were ahead of the curve. You just didn't have...
I just did it in public.
Yeah, you weren't a pussy.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
They actually just fucking really did it in front of people.
Goddamn, fucking OnlyFans, huh? Who doesn't have one now? Like,
it's like...
I don't get it.
I saw a tweet where it made me laugh because it was about, like, how girls think they're going to do it big when they start at OnlyFans. And some of them fail. A lot of them probably fail.
Oh, 95% of them probably fail.
Exactly. And now, I think someone said, oh, now chicks know how dudes feel when the rap careers don't take off like they think they would.
I've never tried to rap.
Nah, I'm just... But, like,
well,
that's...
I guess you get it.
Everybody jumps into rap nowadays.
But at least,
like,
at least rapping takes some sort of talent.
It's
I think
artistic.
It's like, yeah, it's artistic in a sense. And I'm not... Maybe I am trying to offend fucking idiot girls that are just like, oh yeah, I was blessed with genes, so here's my tits.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. I mean, if that's how you want to make your money, go ahead and hustle. That's cool. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to pay to see that.
Right.
Like, but I think that we should probably jump into that game. I have an idea. I kind of wanted to start an OnlyFans, but it's not going to be sexual or anything like that. I actually just want to, like, video myself. Maybe, like, my whole thing is I want to motivate, like, young women. Maybe you show them like math equations or like
True.
encourage them to write a paper or something. Because you know what? At the end of the day, we're going to need workforce in America. And hey, girls, if you're a young, beautiful lady, hop on my OnlyFans when I started. I know that you don't have a relationship with your father, but I will be that father figure for you. So
At father figure on OnlyFans, is that the name of
that
your...
might be shit. We might trademark that. That might take off.
Jim the father figure.
Oof.
Subscribe to the OnlyFans.
Man, that's a scary thought. But yes,
Now are you gonna organize it like Mondays is for math, Tuesdays are
oh no,
English?
it's going to be very non-structured.
Oh, okay.
There will be times where
We keep them guessing, that way they come
well,
back.
I mean, let's be honest. I know myself. You know, when you like go to school and it's like, oh shit, we're watching a movie today. Your teacher probably got drunk the night before, so there's gonna be a lot of times where I might show up on my OnlyFans and I'm gonna be motivating you, but I'm gonna be fucking blitzed.
There's just gonna be like
yeah.
a blank, the video starts of you, and then like you're pushing in one of those carts with the tube TVs, like from when we
One
were
of the
kids.
giant ones that has like the ratchet straps attached to it. It's like, why don't we just? That seems like a weird thing. Why don't we just project it onto one of the pull down screens that every classroom has?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Isn't that hilarious to think about how we used to have those like separate tube TVs with the VCRs and like,
Oh yeah.
and then now I haven't been in school since I graduated, and I bet now it's like,
Everybody has a tablet.
yeah, it's just a
what it
big
is.
screen probably that projects onto the.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe some of our listeners might
don't
know.
know.
I don't fucking know what goes on in
Very
schools
true, yeah.
anymore.
No, I'm not allowed to hang around little kids anymore, so I can't even talk to them about it. So.
I still hang out in the parking lot sometimes.
Do you?
I drive my Honda Civic.
Oh, nice.
It's slammed to the ground, dude.
Really, really low.
Yeah, and there's like
Sweet.
neon glow underneath of it, so
Dope.
like, you know how it is right now. You know how it gets dark early.
Mhm.
I can really impress the chicks when I can turn on my lights.
Fuck yeah. Got that
Yeah.
Blade 2 soundtrack blasting.
Blade
the
2,
entire...
yeah.
Goddamn right.
Yep, and I got subs put in,
Nice.
so it just thumps, and like I really impress these young girls. God, fuck those bums
I'm
that
still-
do shit.
I'm still like 30% that guy, if we're being honest.
You're not.
No, just the Blade 2 soundtrack, because I fuck with that movie, and
Okay.
I'll watch it till the day I die.
We already talked about
Wesley
this the other
Snipes,
day.
if you out there, I still appreciate those movies.
Dude, Blade 2 fucks.
Tax Evasion fucked you, but you were still great in your prime. I still love you, Wesley.
I'll still watch Blade 2.
I'll watch any of the Blades. Shit, I remember the first time. I think one of the first times I saw like Ryan Reynolds, who's huge now, was in Blade 3. The one it had like Triple H and shit in it. He's yoked in that movie.
Which
Like-
one is Blade 3?
Blade 3
Is that where
is
the
like,
things have the mouths that open up?
no, that's 2.
Oh,
2 is
shit.
like the hybrid vampires. 3 is the one where fucking Dracula comes back.
Ah, fuck, I'm not.
So there's like a council of vampires that's trying to bring Dracula back, and they like go into this like ancient like tomb. That's like the opening of the movie. I said that I didn't know. I fucking know these movies forward and back, bro. I got
think
the
it's
collection
so-
at home. I
I
watch
think
that
it's
shit
some-
once every 6 months.
Yeah. I think it's something like this,
No.
but
But no, it's like the vampire council brings Dracula back to life, and he's just like this immovable force, basically. And so like Blade actually gets captured by this vampire council because he's like getting weak and old and things like that. But then he gets rescued by a team of people, and on that team, like their 2 leaders are Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel. And Jessica Biel, you remember Whistler from the first
Yeah,
2?
yeah.
It's his daughter.
oh, okay.
And so that's why she's like into it. But yeah, it was like one of the first times I saw Ryan Reynolds. I mean, this movie was like, shit, I would say like early 2000s.
yeah,
And Ryan
like-
Reynolds is like jacked. Like, not like sexy, lean cut Ryan Reynolds that everybody is used to and loves. Ryan Reynolds, you're great, by the way. Like, you can do no wrong in my eyes.
yeah.
But he's like beefy and just big in this
Just
movie.
an absolute
Yeah, but he's
unit.
like still kind of funny and shit like that. But yeah, it had fucking Triple H in it out of nowhere. Triple H had a vampire Pomeranian dog. It's the weirdest shit. We should watch that shit sometime.
I'm down.
We should watch it and podcast about it because
The Blade 3 episode, yeah.
Any OG Marvel fans? That might be the next episode.
That's true. I'm down. That
Yeah.
sounds.
People
fucking
forget that that's a
cool.
Marvel movie. Like everybody's like, oh yeah, Iron Man, Avengers, shit like that. No,
Blade.
Blade was one of the shit. There was a Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren back in like the 80s. That's a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
It just didn't take off because back in the day, nobody gave a shit about comics. And then nerds in the 80s grew up and started spending money and making a lot of money.
I was
And
saying
it's like,
making movies.
yeah, and Marvel just blew the fuck up. When Iron Man 1 came out, everybody's like, there's, like
This
have you
is
seen
cool.
this? What is this? This
Or
is
like,
amazing.
I remember I know Transformers is not a comic book movie.
I mean,
but
it's
like,
still. I mean,
along
it's
the
a toy
same
movie.
Yeah, along the same lines.
Yeah.
I remember watching the first Transformers, just being like, "Wow, this is the greatest movie I've ever seen." Granted, I was like 13, but still,
awesome.
yeah, it was like incredible. Nothing I had seen before.
Yeah, and then GI Joe tried their hand at it, and that didn't work out so well.
I never did watch any of those movies.
They're not good, but it's still cool. I mean, it has some cool like action sequences stuff. Channing Tatum was in it. Marlon Wayans was in it too. I don't know why the fuck he was in there, but he's a funny guy. I guess it worked out.
Do you remember those like GI Joe videos? They were cartoons from when we were kids. They were supposed to be like instructional to like, you know, how to stop a forest fire, how to shit like that.
PSAs.
Yeah, PSAs. Yeah.
GI Joe PSAs.
Did you ever watch like the dubs? They used to dub on top of those.
No.
Oh, dude.
I saw a couple of like old like He-Man and Thundercats stuff like back on E-Bombs World. I'm gonna date myself with that one.
No, that's where I saw these though. Was
Yeah.
E-Bombs World,
Yeah,
man.
people
Shout
used
out
to
to
just,
E-Bombs
like-
World.
Yeah, 100%. I wish that shit would come back.
I'm pretty sure they still exist.
They might. I don't know. I saw so many funny videos and so much fucked up shit.
That was
on
like the
E-Bombs
only
World.
reason I got on
Or
the
like
internet.
Rotten.com.
I used to
You'd
go
see people fucking,
log into my
I got
AIM.
my hand stuck in a meat grinder. It's like, why did I look this up? I don't know. I'm fucking 13. It's hilarious to me.
I used to log into AIM,
Uh-huh.
get everyone so they could see I was online, and then open E-Bombs World.
Oh, wow.
That was like my night. That was my Friday
Alright.
night as a kid.
All right, here we go. What was your AIM screen name? Were you just like a normal person, or did you?
No,
have,
no,
like,
no.
a
I
fun-
was stupid.
All right, what was it? Because mine's pretty hilarious, but also embarrassing.
Oh, I mean, mine's for sure embarrassing.
Uh-huh.
I'm about to put myself on blast
Oh,
on
go
my
for
own,
it.
my own
No,
bo-
all right.
on my own podcast.
All right, I'll let you do it first.
So I think I'm trying to think of my first one because your boy had multiple AIMs. I don't know
You
why.
had multiple
Oh, I don't. Yeah, dude, I had like 4.
for all those girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want my one girlfriend to see I was talking. No, I'm just kidding. That I don't know why. I just wanted to change the name on it. I think.
Yeah.
I was just a kid. I didn't fucking know how to use it.
Right.
But the one I always used was Biggie Little 898.
Okay. What's
Eh.
the significance behind that?
So I got it from NBA Street Volume 2. Biggie Smalls,
Shout out, one of the best sports
one
games
of the best.
ever made.
NBA Street Volume 2.
NBA, Adam Silver, if you're listening, can you please talk to a video game developer and
EA
get this
Sports,
game?
dude.
It was EA
It's
Sports?
yeah.
Oh, well, don't talk to them. Don't get EA Sports involved.
Get
but-
someone else.
Yeah, I also, with the way the league's going, can we please get a fucking NBA Jam remade?
For real.
Like, every team has 2 dope players. It'd be so fun.
It'd be so easy to
Remake an NBA Jam,
Easy.
please.
But yeah, so from that game, Biggie Smalls was like the dribbler guy. You remember him?
Oh, yeah,
He wore the orange and blue shirt.
Yeah,
He just had
no,
the
yeah.
he had handles.
Yeah, I completely
And
understood.
I fucked
yeah.
with that, so
Okay.
I just did Biggie Little. I don't know where it came from, but like that's where mine
Well,
came
you
from.
know that small and little are very comparable. So maybe that's where it came from.
Probably 12-year-old me was like small, little.
You
Let's
had a
do
lisp?
it. Nah, just
Oh, why did you give yourself a list?
I don't fucking know.
You just make yourself seem like more of a little
I
asshole.
think that's the best impression I can make of a kid. To
Oh,
like
okay.
have braces or some shit.
Oh,
Like,
all right.
I'm just bad at impressions, is what that boils down to. Don't
Nothing
put me
wrong
on the
with
spot for impressions,
Hey,
man.
nothing wrong with that.
I ain't got it.
You don't need to do impressions.
Yeah, I'm
Nobody
bad.
needs to do impressions. If you can do one, hilarious. If you
Impressions
can't
are
do
funny.
impressions, you can still be fucking hilarious though.
True. All right,
Uh,
what's yours?
All right, so mine
Is baseball stud
it was
74?
It was not baseball stud 74, but it was DH boy 44 because I wore 44 because it was the only jersey that would fit my fat ass when I was a little chunker, and DH was my position because I was a little hefty, a lot hefty.
At least you're honest.
DH is a designated hitter for those that don't know. So basically, I wouldn't play the field because I didn't move that well. So whatever terrible person that was on the team that was really fast but couldn't hit for shit, I would hit for them. I was their designated hitter. So I was DH boy 44.
So, I mean, you said you're chunky, but you could fucking slam that baseball
oh,
out
I'd
of the
mash
park.
baseballs, but
That was it.
I'd hit it to the fucking fence. Your boy's still getting a single. Like, no. Didn't run well.
I could just
So-
picture Lil Jim just fucking pumping those arms.
Just trucking it. I remember one time in one of my Little League games, because I'd probably eaten like McDonald's or something that I probably shouldn't have, that led to me wearing 44. I had to take the worst shit, and I was on deck. And I'm like, I'm pinching it, like it's really bad, and And I'm our team's best hitter, and just like fuck, like the game didn't mean anything like that or anything, but like this dad who's our coach, I go to him like, coach, like I think I'm like it's not good, and he's like, well, can you hit? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, well, just hit and then you can go, like whatever. I hit for the time, like for the age I was, I hit one of the fucking hardest balls that I had ever hit. Home run. I fucking penguin ran around those bases with my ass cheeks clenched, touched home plate, and ran to the clubhouse so that I could just have just the messiest brown that I think I've probably ever had.
You know
And
what?
now that I've gotten older and alcohol's been involved, I've definitely had messier browns, but at the time I was like, the fuck is happening to me? But I hit a fucking bomb though, dude. It was great.
My favorite part about that story is you had to shit so bad that you had to pinch it when you ran.
Yeah.
And when you hit a home run, all eyes are on you.
Oh,
As you
I mean,
run the
thank God I
bases.
did hit a home run. Can you imagine if I had to like try and stretch a single to a double? I would have shit my pants if I would have had to slide.
Those white
I just
baseball
wouldn't have-
pants or whatever the fuck.
Thank God we wore black pants that
okay.
year, so I was like, all right, worst case scenario. But I was like, hey, these things are definitely gonna have to get thrown away. And my mom and dad are just gonna fucking probably make fun of me. Just like I don't.
All this is going through young
Oh
Jim's
yeah,
mind.
dude, I'm fucking like.
DH44 is sitting there like, dude, I'm about to shit my pants.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I mean, this was years before DH Boy 44.
Oh,
I was
okay.
probably like, I don't know how old I was now, probably like 10 or 11. And then DH Boy came around, I think like my eighth grade year, maybe freshman year of high school. I don't know, back when dial-up internet was a thing.
Net zero.
It was AOL.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot they
I
provided
remember,
internet.
yeah, shit. I don't even think my family got a computer until I think it was in 8th grade, maybe 8th grade or freshman year when we got like a Gateway. We went to the actual
Gateway,
like Gateway
dude.
store. Remember
Yeah,
Gateway? We used to have
yeah.
a Gateway store. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Their
to think
mascot's
about?
like a cow or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Dude, I forgot all about those
Yeah,
gateway.
that background is
Ev-
still iconic. It's
everybody-
like the green rolling hill
Yeah,
with the blue sky.
Yeah, Windows XP pulls
Yeah.
up, dude. Everybody had a
It's like
gateway.
shit. I'm about to get on here and chat with my friend.
Dude, I'm so excited.
Hey,
about
Mom! You on the phone? When are you gonna be done?
Shit won't log in, Mom.
It just keeps going. Hang up the phone. All right. Okay. All right. No internet tonight. All right. I'm just gonna wait for you to go to sleep then. Hang up the phone.
Why doesn't she wait till after 9 when she gets free minutes or whatever the fuck?
Oh no, this was a landline.
Oh, that's
motherfucker.
yeah,
no.
I forgot cell
No.
phones.
We
Because
have
you didn't used to have one phone. You used to have a cell phone and a landline, or
Oh,
just a landline for the longest time until
No.
cell phones came into play.
No, this was a landline that was it. I mean, it was cordless, which was
Oh,
dope.
that-
it sat on the receiver, had the caller ID connected to it. We were balling.
I was gonna say
Like,
that's some premium
for a
phone.
middle class family. We were balling.
You had caller ID and a
Mhm.
cordless phone. Did it have like custom ringtones?
No custom ringtones. We didn't fuck around with that. No.
Okay.
No, but
we had like a Blink 182 one, but it was in like phone sounds.
you got a Blink 182 custom
Yeah,
ringtone.
I have- no,
Did
it-
you set that or
It
your
came
parents?
on the phone. It was like
What?
default 1, default 2, default 3, Blink 182. I swear.
Man. And people thought U2 was fucked up for putting on fucking their
On the
album onto
iPhone.
every iPhone. Man, turns out Blink 182, you're bad people.
Well, maybe the phone company didn't
Just
even.
kidding. I love fucking Blink 182.
Blink's
They were
awesome.
like the funniest band back in the day.
I mean, the phone might not have had rights to use their music. It was like the tune, but it was like beep boop boop. It was like
I wonder if any
the
of
phone
those
beepy
like, I
sounds.
wonder if any of those old wireless like phone companies still exist.
oh,
I don't
you-
even remember what they were. I'm sure it was like Samsonite probably had one.
I don't
But
know.
like, what the hell were those brands?
Wasn't there one like something
I don't know.
tech like Intech?
Hey, Radio Shack. What brands did you use
Radio
to sell?
Shack doesn't exist anymore.
I know. if you're still out there, what brands did you sell? Because I don't remember any of that shit.
I think well, you can still get landlines.
Yeah, no, I'm well
My
aware.
grandma has one. I'll be over there and it'll just all of a sudden just sound like 1999 phone ringing and it'll go to voicemail and it blares in the entire house. You can hear it.
Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad fucking idea. I mean, I don't think I would ever have one just because it's a nonsensical kind of bill that I need. But for older people that don't necessarily use cell phones or shit, how many times did your grandma think about buying a product and then that person calls them on her landline? Probably never. I Google search one thing, and that's all my fucking social media feed is for weeks. Like, you can look up the most obscure thing, like, oh, and then that's all I get ads for.
Oh,
it is so invasive.
Oh, you can think of
I love
something.
the internet, but it's so invasive.
Like right now, if I say Taco Bell, you're gonna get Taco Bell ads.
Thanks, man.
So-
Now I don't have to fucking get Taco Bell on the way home.
Taco Bell fucks. So I
Taco
don't see
Bell
why you're
fuck.
complaining.
You like Taco Bell a whole lot?
Yeah.
I mean, I think hey, great healthy fast food option if we're being honest. But
was it you that was telling me that their food is actually like
It is.
Granted,
they have.
it's real?
Yeah, well, yeah, and they have. I read a study that they have on their menu. They have statistically the healthiest options for any fast food restaurant.
Because Subway's
they
made
have,
out of
like,
cake.
What? Dude,
Apparently.
I told you that shit, right?
Yeah.
That like
Subway- yeah.
Subway got their like essential business tax break pulled away from them because their bread is more cake than it is actual bread. So they're
There's
like,
too much sugar.
You're making cake sandwiches. This shit is not essential.
Yeah, it's a dessert. It was considered a dessert.
But they still are the biggest fast food franchise in the world.
Subway is
Mm-hmm.
the biggest.
Yeah, they took over McDonald's. I don't remember when it was. I mean, it's been like 10 years ago. Probably
it's
even
those
more.
$5 footlongs, dude.
Well, it's that, and they made a deal with Walmart. So every fucking Walmart has a
That's
Subway in
it.
it now. And it isn't even close anymore. Like, they were like teetering. It was like, I think it was like McDonald's and KFC for the longest time. And then when when Subway made that deal with Walmart, they just fucking took off.
Which McDonald's used to have a deal with Walmart, right? I remember McDonald's being in Walmart's.
Did they? I always thought they just had a deal with like gas stations. Because anytime you're on a road trip, it's like, oh, let's fill up.
McDonald's,
might as well get a goddamn McChicken.
Wendy's, Arby's, all those places.
Wendy's is with gas stations? I've never seen
Dude.
a Wendy's on a gas station.
I drove a truck across the country for a year. I saw a lot of truck stops.
That makes sense. I mean, you go to different places too.
Yeah,
You're all over.
It depend. I think it does maybe depend on the location. Most of the time, you'll always find a McDonald's at any exit off the interstate. There is for sure a McDonald's.
My favorite are the hybrid fast food chains.
What's that?
Have you never seen? So there's it's like a Taco Bell mixed with a KFC.
Yes.
They'll have like a crispy chicken taco or some shit. My favorite, Long John's and A&W. So you can get a chili dog, you can get some gross ass fish fillets, and who doesn't want root beer with their diarrhea?
Hey, let's make that shit extra diarrhea.
Extra diarrhea. All right.
That's just the topping on your fucking stomach.
You don't care about your body. Here's some poop on your food.
I was gonna say, you're already eating junk. Let's just go all the way. Go hard or go home.
I just there's one Long John's I think in existence around this area. That one in EP.
Yeah.
How was that place, dude? So
who goes there?
I was gonna say who goes there. The other day I was traveling through East Peoria, right by that Long John's. I don't know if they had like a special deal going on to their members or whatever. What's Long John's have like? I don't know the fucking ship captain crew of the boat. And I download our app. I don't fucking know.
Order online and get a free
maybe
sticker with your meal.
Yeah, but
fucking know.
there were legit, and I'm not even joking or exaggerating when I say this. There were probably 14 cars in the drive-thru, and I was like, "Who the fuck is getting along?" This was like 4:00 in the afternoon, so I don't know if it's also one of those. I think it's a Long John A&W hybrid that they have there. So I don't know if it was like free root beer day or free chili dog. It could have been one of those. But I was like, who the fuck is waiting in line to get Long John Silver's?
I think I've eaten there a total of 5 times in my life, and it hasn't been in the last decade.
I mean, I could pull in to go get a COVID test, and if there's more than 3 cars, I'll fucking wait.
Yeah.
I got it. I'll fucking just wait.
Yeah. For Long John, I ain't even waiting for one car.
Absolutely. I mean, those ass puppies, they're pretty good, but...
I forgot about those.
Man, I don't know the last time I ate Long John's. I know when I was a kid, we ate that shit.
Yeah, I remember because one of my most vivid memories of Long John Silver's is like after track meets when I was in high school. Okay. We'd be in different towns, and it would be late.
I mean, you get whatever you can get your hands on.
Exactly, and it was always a Long John in the neighborhood somewhere. At that time, this was like the 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
They must be selling something else there.
Man, ours was always, I think it was McDonald's. Like, we had a lot of McDonald's. I drank so much Dr. Pepper as a kid. I'm probably going to be such a diabetic when I get older. Just because of the amount of food that I consumed when I was a youngster.
We all will.
Oh, eventually, yeah. I think the human life expectancy... I think human life expectancy with the progression of medicine will probably enhance human life to 120 years. But I also think that 80% of the population will die by the age of 60 because of just shit that we did to ourselves.
Yeah,
And it's only
yeah.
getting worse because consumerism and everything like that.
Well,
But
look at the teenagers nowadays. I did not look like that when I was their age.
No.
They're so much more developed. Like,
dude,
there's some teenagers now. They might be 15, and I could be like, okay, they're 21.
mm-hmm.
Nope. I'm
That's
like,
my
okay, I feel
I
fucking
told
weird.
you that's one of my favorite things about watching like college basketball games is you got 10 people on the court at any given time. 5 of them could be like, oh, that's a really tall 17, 18-year-old. And then the other 5 are just like, that fucking guy is 40 years old.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Like, you're not convincing me that there isn't a 20-year age gap. This guy looks older than the fucking coach. And I know I've watched that guy coach for 20 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at every Alabama commit that they get. Like, I think there's a kid from Texas. I can't remember his name. I wish I could because I would fucking blow him up right now because I think he's going to be great. He's a linebacker from Texas. He's going to Alabama. He's like 6'4", 240, and he looks like a statue. And he is 17 years old.
Jeez.
It's like, you're 6'4", 240, and you have probably 9% body fat, just built like a fucking, just a house, and you're 17. That's the weirdest thing. Like, I love professional sports. I mean, I like college sports, but I think that shit, unless you're like an alumni or you're just like a hardcore fan or you live in that state, college sports is like the worst thing to watch on TV because it just doesn't mean shit.
I was going to say, it's hard to get invested if
Yeah.
you didn't go to that
Yeah.
school.
Professional sports, I watch it and I'm just like, man, I fucking love that guy. Oh, that guy's 23.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. I'm 10 years older than him. I still love him, but damn, that's still kind of weird. Like, you idolize these people that are children compared to you.
I'll
like,
sit
it's
there
so weird.
and I'll be like, oh shit, like, let me think of it, like, oh man, Kyrie Irving's getting kind of old. He's getting past his prime. Dude's like 28. I'm 28.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here talking about a 28-year-old being past his prime.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I am. I think I still got a long ways to go, but...
You got plenty of time to go, but you're not doing the shit he's doing.
Fuck, I'm not. Well, actually I am, because he's not even fucking playing.
Well, that's true. He's
And
gonna come
he's a
back.
bad example.
No, man, him and Harden and KD, man. If they don't win a championship, it's finals or bust for the Nets.
Did you see what Shaq said the other night, last night? So, in response to James Harden said, I did everything for the city, all I could, whatever.
Oh, bullshit. No, you didn't. You didn't win a chip.
Shaq pulls up his stats from, like, his last 5 elimination games in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I think 40% on 3, less than 30% on anything besides 3. He's 32 assists, 27 turnovers, so his turnovers are almost as much of his assists, which is bad, real bad in basketball. Basically, he's super underwhelming in elimination games, which it's like, you didn't do everything because you lost.
get that, but I mean, all right. So I'm gonna be an advocate for James Harden. Not that he needs me to be or anything like that, but given those elimination games, I mean, he probably was in a situation where he's like, all right, I got to put the team on my back. And you've played sports before, you know, when you try and do too much, sometimes you fail.
Yeah, I agree.
And him probably having so much pressure and like wanting to win, and he knows the implications of the game and things like that, that he was simply trying to do too much, and probably the stress and the pressure got to him. So yeah, I mean, great athletes, 99% of great athletes will fucking fail in big games at least once in their career, at least twice in their career. There's your few, like fucking Kobe, like that dude was anytime, but he literally trained himself to be successful in the most stressful times of his playing career.
That shit consumed his life.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't, like, you have so many good players, like pitchers in the MLB, like Clayton Kershaw. I mean, he is hands down one of the best pitchers of all time, and he didn't win a championship until this past season, in a shortened season with, we don't know if the Dodgers would have won that or not, had it been 162 games, had it been like full playoff fans, all that, because Kershaw is notoriously known for kind of shitting the bed in the playoffs. But the dude is still, hands down, one of the most dominant pitchers in baseball history. I mean, he's won Cy Youngs. He's just, I mean, he's fucking dude's unhittable.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot about baseball, and I know his name. So
yeah, in the playoffs, he sometimes has shitty games because he feels that pressure. I mean, it's just, it happens, man. It's human. It's human nature to crack underneath intense fucking pressure.
I mean, I do think as fans we expect a lot from those types of athletes.
Yeah.
I still think James Harden didn't do everything he could.
No, he absolutely didn't.
Because they had, and I'll still be a devil's advocate to myself, but before that, you know, they brought in Dwight Howard because Harden wanted him. Didn't work out. Brought in, this is what Shaq said, brought in Russell Westbrook, his so-called friend. Didn't work out. Chris Paul
Dwight
didn't
Howard,
work out.
Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook. Yeah,
He still didn't make it work. John Wall, he even said he wanted John Wall, so Houston's like, okay, let's go get him. But I guess, you know, when you're playing a 7-game series, other teams are going to really study the tape of you specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, those opposing teams are only watching video of James Harden, figuring out a strategy against him, and then they apply it in the game. So, it, you know, I don't think it's fair to expect Harden to go score 40 in a playoff game with, like, 15 assists and 10 rebounds.
When you do it so regularly throughout the season, and there's so much film on it, that's going to get taken away.
When
it's a make-or-break
game, a
game,
whole different world.
If you're a decent coach, that shit's going out the window.
But my only thing is, you shouldn't be turning the ball over, though. And he did.
Yeah, well.
That's my only thing where I'm like, I don't have much of a other side to that one.
I don't like
because if you see
James
a double team coming, just get rid of the ball.
I mean, just this season, for instance, like I don't give a shit. Maybe nobody thought there was going to be a season, but the real ballers out there, the ones that are gonna go and win a championship someday, they were fucking ready for a season. They were practicing their game, like they're in shape, they're conditioned. And James Harden's sitting here, oh, I'm ready to do it. Like I've done everything for this team in this city that I can, bitch. You look like you're playing pickup ball at the fucking Plex. Like, you were out of shape. I'm not sitting here saying I'm the best in shape because I got a belly, but I'm not getting paid like you. Yeah. I ain't making $50 million a goddamn year to be a professional athlete, and you showed up looking fatter than I am, honestly.
He was thick.
So, yeah, no, he was real thick.
Dumb thick.
He got asked today, I don't know who was interviewing, but they were like, oh, what's your conditioning like right now? How do you feel? He's like, great, and cheesing with his big-ass fucking beard.
He fucking knows why they're asking.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But I do think if Kyrie and KD can still stay in sync, I don't think Harden's going to, like... I think Harden's only going to make him better. Because... Steve Nash is a really... we don't know if he's a good coach, but he's a great fucking basketball mind. A guy of his stature, having the statistics and the career that he had, incredible. People also forget that Mike D'Antoni is an assistant on that team who has probably the best coaching-player relationship with James Harden.
Also, one of the best offensive-minded. He invented that, 7-second offense in Phoenix.
Yeah.
With Nash and Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion.
That's why Steve Nash brought his ass back.
Yeah, there was a reason that D'Antoni became the assistant.
Those old basketball heads where it's like, he's 6'2" and pudgy. Yeah, that dude was a stud back in the day.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
but,
we'll see.
Yeah.
I've got fantasy run right now. I'm curious. When I last checked, I was in the winnings. So that was cool.
Shit. Well, what are we at?
We've been going for about 45 minutes.
Oh, shit. Well, let's wrap so we can check fantasy because, I mean, sports gambling is much more important than... Hey, I'm just trying to make money. I'm just kidding. Don't.
No, for real. This podcast isn't making me money. So if these motherfuckers want content and they want me to keep doing this shit, they're going to have to pay me.
He's so mad.
I'm not mad.
One would say that he's big mad.
Hey.
And we'll cut it right there.
Thanks for listening. Follow the Twitter at BIGMADPOD. I'll post all the updates there and some funny tweets. I think I've got some good tweets. I'm proud of some of them. Maybe
you really
some
do,
of them are
man.
stupid.
I mean,
I fuck around and get mad.
I don't have a huge Twitter presence. I'm more of an Instagram guy.
Yeah.
At Buffalo Jones _11 if you want to follow.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even know if it's an underscore. I don't know. I'll get back to you next episode I'm on. I'm gonna be on more regularly.
If you put in the search Buffalo Jones, I'm sure
just look up Buffalo Jones. You'll see me.
You'll find it.
But yeah, once again, like I said last episode I was on, smash the like button. Please subscribe if you really enjoy this podcast. There's bigger, better, funnier things to come in the future. I'm going to try and be a regular on this podcast. We might start something new. I might do my own thing. I'm not sure. There's a lot of work in the wings. 2020 sucked. 2021 is going to be great. We're just trying to make you guys laugh, have a good time. So if you enjoyed it, please please subscribe. And we will talk to you next time.
All right. We appreciate you guys. My name's Lucas. His name's Jim. And we'll catch you next time.